Hi friends, this is Parvati from KAPS. Welcome to my channel. I need your support, so please subscribe, share and like my channel. Also, you can mention your valuable comments in the comment box. That will helpful for me. Don't forget it, okay? We can just start our new topic in the tablet. Processing problems. Tablet processing problems we are discussing here. So the first one, three problems are mainly coming. Capping and lamination is the first one. Capping means partial or complete separation of the top or bottom crown from the main body of the tablet. Lamination is separation of a tablet into two or more distinct layers. Okay, the main reasons for capping and lamination are air entrapment, too dry granulation, excessive fine powder, excessive pressure compression, insufficient binder. Okay. The second problem it's coming peaking and sticking. Peaking means removal of the surface material of a tablet by a punch. Sticking means adhesion of tablet material into the die wall. Okay. The main reasons we know, if something is sticking means it should be the excessive moisture content. Okay. The second one, scratch in punching machine. Third one, insufficient lubricants. These are the main reasons for this one. The next one is most important one, mottling. Mottling means unequal color distribution. We can expect the question from this topic for KAPS exam. It should be there. So you want to thorough with that. Mottling is unequal color distribution. The reasons not that much important, but we want to know about it, whatever the behind one, what is the behind reason. So that's why I mentioned, but whatever the definition, we want to thorough with that, okay? The next one, it's coming tablet evaluation and control. So many tablet evaluation techniques are coming. Whatever the important one, that one only I mentioned in the detailedly described here. Remaining one I just mentioned whatever that one. Okay, the first one is the general appearance. We know the physical appearance, we can find it, whatever the different one, we can separate it. So that is general appearance. Hardness tester, we are checking mainly the hardness of the tablet. Okay, mainly using the Mosando hardness tester. Okay, friabulators, how much is the drying it's coming. So we are normally using the Roche friabulator. Okay, the fourth one is very important, weight variation. Weight variation, one test is mainly used for the weight variation. Okay, as per the USP. Okay, four important steps are coming in the weight variation test. First one is the sample size, because we want to know about the sample. So we randomly check. Randomly we are selecting 20 tablets and just check the size of that one. Okay, the weighing means weigh each tablet individually. Okay, we want to check the individual tablet weight. The third step, it's coming average weight. Average weight, we know, everybody know how to calculate the average weight. Calculate the average weight of the tablet means fully total it and divided by 20. So we will get the average weight. Okay, acceptance criteria means compare the individual weights to the average weight. Whatever we find the average weight, we want to compare with that one. Okay, the tablet must fall within a specified percentage rate. That's I mentioned here one table representation. This is very, very important. If the average weight is 130 or less, the tablet deviation, the percentage deviation, it's coming plus or minus 10%. Okay, 130 to 324 is the average weight. The percentage deviation, it's coming plus or minus 7.5%. More than 324 mg is the average weight. The percentage deviation, it's coming plus or minus 5%. So this table is very, very important. Please thorough with this one. Okay. The next one, fifth one, it's coming content uniformity. Not that much important. We want to know it, how it's find it. The content uniformity mainly using the method is HPLC. HPLC means high performance liquid chromatography. Everybody know this one, we done in our analysis lab in the pharmacy time, in our BPharm time. So that is the high performance liquid chromatography. Okay, the sixth one, it's coming disintegration. Disintegration, evaluate to ensure that the drug substance is fully available for dissolution and absorption from the gastrointestinal tract. That is disintegration we are checking. Whatever the each tablet disintegration time, it's coming, I mentioned here. You want to thorough with that one also. Maybe they will ask question based on this one, but some of them are only we can just thorough with that one. Okay, the next one, it's coming, the seventh one is Dissolution characteristics. Okay, dissolution characteristics means in this one two points are mainly important. The first one is if the tabular compression is in excess tabular compression, that means the tabular compression is excess, the tablet is difficult to disintegrate. So if the disintegration is difficult, it will affect the dissolution time. That means the disintegration, any changes is there, the dissolution also slowing. So the other point is if the particle surface area is increases by the micronization of drugs, mainly the examples also I mentioned here, griseofulvin and chloramphenicol and sulfadiazine, some of the examples. So if the surface area is increases, the dissolution rate also increases. That means the dissolution time is decreases. Okay. The other important point is spermaceti wax. Spermaceti wax is mainly used in the cosmetics, ointments, and it's also used as lubricants also. So spermaceti wax, the melting point is also important, 43 to 46 degrees Celsius. It's find it from the cavities of sperm whales. But it's very expensive, so it's not currently using. So now it's substituted with cetyl ester wax. The same purpose, the synthetic spermaceti, it's known as. The melting point, it's coming 43 to 47 degrees Celsius. These are currently using one, cetyl ester wax. But both we want to know it. We can expect question based on this one in the KAPS. Okay. Then the next one, it's coming one of the important point in this dissolution also. I mentioned here in this topic the phase equilibria, the phase diagram also I mentioned, that is also important point. The state in which different phases, mainly we know what are the different phases, solid, liquid and gas, of substances coexist in the equilibrium. That is called the phase equilibria at a constant temperature and pressure. Okay, that means the phase transitions, different types of transitions are coming. We just I think in the introduction, the first slide, we already discussed about the whatever the transitions are coming, phase transitions. So that means the phase transitions are equal at this point. Okay, the next one is the pressure and temperature determines the state of the system. That is the other important point. These are the 3 points we want to know about the phase equilibria. And some one more important point is triple point. Mainly 3 points are coming: boiling point, melting point and triple point. But triple point is more important in this topic. We can expect question based on that one. Okay, boiling point, we know that temperature on liquid vapor line at a specific pressure is called boiling point. Whatever the liquid temperature on the liquid vapor line. Okay, melting point means temperature, how the transition from solid to liquid, which temperature is coming, that is called the melting point at a specific pressure. Okay, triple point means all 3 phases, that means solid, liquid, gas, that coexist in the equilibrium. That stage, that point is called the triple point. Okay, very important topic. Okay, very important point. Okay. The next 8th one, it's coming for the tablet evaluation, controlled release dosage forms. We know so many controlled release dosage forms are coming. They are known as in different names. Some of them are mentioned here, more than this one. If you won't know it more details about this one, you can check in the CPR 58 to 59 page number. CPR link I will mention in the description box. You can check it on there also. And advantages also I mentioned some of them only here. More than this one it's coming. You can check in the page number 58 to 59. Okay. The next topic, the next important point from the sustained release or the controlled release drug form is, normally the sustained release drug dosage forms have high therapeutic index. One of the important point for sustained release drug dosage forms have high therapeutic index. So that is, if any failure in the system, that means any failure in the drug dosage, that is no toxicity coming. The main reason is larger gap between their effective and toxic concentrations. So that is the high therapeutic index main benefit. Okay, what is the, so if we want that means we want to know about what is the narrow therapeutic index. So that's why I mentioned about the narrow therapeutic index also. If the slightly increases in the narrow therapeutic index means the drug is chance to toxic. If any slightly decreases in the narrow therapeutic index means no effect of the drug. Okay, whatever the main important examples for narrow therapeutic index are warfarin, theophylline, lithium. I mentioned the examples for narrow therapeutic index. High therapeutic index already we discussed. The sustained release drug dosage forms or the controlled release drug dosage form is coming under the high therapeutic index. Okay, the what is the high therapeutic index or therapeutic window? We want to know it. That is the ratio of minimum toxic concentration to minimum effective concentration. I mentioned the equation and definition also here. You can check it, that one also. Okay, very very important. We can expect question based on this one in the KAPS, so please thorough with that one. And the other important point for the sustained release dosage form is T-half. T-half is normally coming for 2 to 8 hours. That means the sustained release, normally we know this one in the chronic patients. For the diabetics, normally we are using in the pharmacy, we are dispensing in the pharmacy the glucophage XR 500 mg tablet. That is one of the common example for this formula. Normally doctors are prescribing OD or BD. Everybody know that one. Simple example, just for the remind it everything. So that's why I mentioned. The normal, it's coming, the T-half is 2 to 8 hours and mainly prescribing for OD or BD. Okay, and one of the important point is, if the T-half is less than 2 hours, it cannot be made by sustained release, and if the T-half is more than 8 hours, that is also not used for the sustained release dosage forms. Next point, it's coming for treatment of chronic conditions also used for the sustained release tablets. That's I already mentioned, normally in diabetics and ADHD in children. This treatment normally using the sustained release forms. Okay, in the sustained release forms, one more important topic is there, that is actually that is grouped according to their pharmaceutical mechanisms. They based on the pharmaceutical mechanisms, they are grouping in different types. The first one is coated beetroot granules. One of the example is pansouls. How it's doing, I already mentioned the definition. You can just read it, not that much important, but we want to know it, so that's why I mentioned here. Okay, and the other important point is the coated beads. When the drug dose is large, the starting granules may be composed of the drug itself. Means the starting granules is contain the drug itself. Okay, some of the granules are left uncoated. That's to provide the immediate release of the drug. Okay, and the coats of the lipid materials, whatever lipid materials and whatever the other coating materials or cellulosic materials are used in this one, I mentioned the example. You can just check it, that one also. Okay, the other second one, the B, it's mentioned here, micro encapsulation. Micro encapsulation process by which solids, liquids or gases are encased in a microscopic capsules. That is the micro encapsulation. And the important method, the common method is used for micro encapsulation is conservation. Important one, important point, we can mention, we can expect the question regarding this one also. Okay, and conservation, mainly the film forming substances are used as the coating material. Whatever the examples also I mentioned here, you can just check it, that one. Okay, the other important point in this one, examples are also important. Examples mainly I mentioned here for the micro potassium extent caps. Micro potassium extent caps is, that is contain micro encapsulated potassium chloride. So the micro encapsulated potassium chloride, which helps in the controlled release of potassium ions over an extended period of time. That is main benefit of this form of micro potassium extended release capsule. The next one is matrix tablet. In the matrix tablet, the drug with the matrix material to convert to tablet by the compression. Okay, examples gradamate and dospan. Dospan everybody know maybe. In this one, some of the coating materials are using. What are the examples for the coating materials? The plastics and the hydrophilic polymers. What are the examples I mentioned here? You can just check it. Not that much important, but maybe they can ask it. So that's why I mentioned. Anyway, in the opera coming, everything is changing, so we want to know about it everything, so that's why I mentioned. Okay, then The next one, it's the one of the important example for the matrix tablet also, potassium chloride. That means don't confuse with this one. The extended release potassium I mentioned for the microencapsulation, that is low potassium tablets for the potassium chloride, that is embedded in a wax matrix. So it minimizes the high local concentration of potassium near to the GIT. So that's why it's formulating like that. Okay, the lower incidence of small bowel ulceration is the other important point, this one. So lower incidence of the small bowel ulceration, one of the important example is nifedipine tablet. Nifedipine tablet mainly it's coming under the matrix tablet form. So the main purpose is decrease the ulceration. That means not that much ulceration effect is there. It will decrease the incidence of the ulceration effect. Okay. The next method is osmotic systems. Osmotic system, it contains the oro system in this one. That means one oral osmotic pump is composed of a core of the tablet and a semi-permeable coating also there. So that has a small hole is there. So the drug is exit through this hole. That is the main purpose of this one. Okay. The drug release does not depend on the pH. It actually depend on the osmotic pressure. In the osmotic system, it's depend on the osmotic pressure, not the pH. Okay. The examples I mentioned here, you can just check it. Okay. The next one, it's coming ion exchange resins. Ion exchange resins, in this one, the drug plus one resin drug complex is also there. Okay, the drug plus resin complex that helps to release the changes of the drug as per the pH. Okay, release in greater in highly acidic stomach than in less acidic small intestine. So it's mainly release in the stomach. Okay, examples is ionamine capsules. Okay, the next one, it's coming complex formation. Complex formation here by chemical reaction it's coming. So it depends on the release, depends on the gastrointestinal pH. Okay, mainly the osmotic system, only the osmotic pressure depends, not depend on the pH. The other one, ion exchange resins and the complex formation, these are mainly depend on the gastric pH. Okay, gastrointestinal tract pH. Examples also I mentioned here, you can just read it, that one. Anyway, examples mostly in all techniques, everything the examples important, so that's why I mentioned, but I didn't see the repeated questions regarding this one, but you want to know it, so that's why I mentioned. These are the main topics regarding solid dosage forms. This much only we want to know about this one. The next class we will start from the liquid, okay, solvents. Okay, today I am just wind up here, and next slide, it's starting from the calculation. Today I am just mentioning here mainly about the elemental ion calculation, and the other one, Clark's rule, means child dosage forms, and pH regarding also I mentioned here, so you can check it. I think different methods I try to include it in each slide. The remaining, the same one you can check in the Manan calculation and the APAC calculation. APAC files are coming in the coming classes, I will include it. So the same model you can find it from there also. So daily basis you want to practice with the calculation, or otherwise at the end of the time it's very difficult. So whenever you are studying, that time daily one or half an hour or 1 hour, you can just try to do it some calculation, that will help you. Okay, at the end of the time you didn't get a time, so that's why I am mentioning like that. Okay, whenever you are calculating, practicing calculation, not your time, whenever the first time how much you are taking, and try to reduce the timing in the next time. Okay, that will help at the end of the exam. In the exam time also it will very helpful. Okay, when you are calculating in the exam time also, don't forget to mention the question number in the worksheet, or otherwise in the flag option time, when you are reviewing the flag option, it will very difficult to find it which one is the calculation. So when you are calculating in the exam time, you should mention the calculation question number in the worksheet. Okay, don't forget it. You can check the remaining slides. Okay, today I'm just wind up here. I need your support, so don't forget to subscribe, share and like my channel. That will very helpful for me also. So please support me. Thank you.